What a result in the National League. Did not see that one coming at all. Rochdale 2, Morecombe 4. Really surprising, considering Morecombe all but relegated coming into that game. Getting that win gives them a chance to survive. But as for Rochdale, though, what a significant result that could be. I mean, that's the last thing I expected to happen. So solid, so consistent all season. And then to go and lose like that, well, that could be very, very damaging in terms of the title race. Seeing as York got their win, go top now on goal difference, both of them on 98 points. Obviously playing the final day away at Rochdale, as we said, Rochdale at home, as we said many times on that final day. But 4 games to go, that feels like a major momentum shift that I really didn't see coming. Just when it felt like it was starting to figure itself out, Rochdale looked like they might be taking charge of it. That's thrown into the works. So that was the last thing I thought would happen. To be honest, I thought that would be very straightforward for Rochdale, especially after that comeback. They wasn't at it away at Sutton most of the game, but that comeback they got right at the end, it felt like then that was the moment where they would go on and win this league. That's what I was thinking. Now all of a sudden it's looking like it might be another playoff finish. I mean, it could go either way between these two, Rochdale, York, but that does feel could be very, very damaging. It does very much feel like York, their form has really, really picked up in this important stage of the season, and that felt like it could be a pivotal moment. The moment you look back on at the end of the season, I think that was the day that the momentum shifted, because it was always going to be easier for Rochdale going into the final day only having to draw at home with York. It now feels like York are the favourites, whereas all season really it's felt like it was Rochdale since the season really got going, at least anyway. So huge result. And as for Morecombe as well, a team that's had so much trouble over the last season, so they definitely, it's good to see them get the win. I hope they can go on and survive, as unlikely as that is from this position. Speaking of the other teams out at the bottom as well, Brackley have really collapsed. I mean, they're not looking likely to survive now. It does look like they're very much like the bottom 4 could be set unless Morecombe can build on this big result from yesterday, because you never know. Teams have survived from that position, but it's going to take some doing. But yeah, Brackley, who we really worried for now. Braintree are looking like they're gone, and Truro, of course, 24th. They were relegated. Unfortunate for them, but it's always going to be tight. It's always going to be tough this season coming up. I mean, I did wonder if they'd maybe do a bit better, maybe give it a bit of a go, maybe even survive just about, because they are further away than anyone else. Well, they're quite far away from the other teams in the league where they're positioned in the country. So it's always going to be a difficult way day. A lot of travelling for National League clubs that didn't really pay off as much as some people thought it would. I mean, the start of the season terribly and just couldn't get going, couldn't get to grips with the quality and the level of the National League. And when they got the sort of first win, you did wonder maybe could they turn it around, because Boston last year had a terrible start, but after they got going, they never really looked back, and they're comfortable this season as well. So, but it wasn't to be for Truro City, unfortunately. But given it everything they had, and very impressive in the previous season when they got promoted, and wouldn't be surprised if we see them back very soon. But that is the end of them in the National League for now, at least. Like I say, Braintree and Morecombe really do need to get a run together. Braintree, I can't see it. Morecombe, maybe. If any of the teams in the bottom 4 are going to survive, I think they're the one with the best chance of it, especially after that big result against Rochdale yesterday. I was surprised, to be perfectly honest, especially as Rochdale took the lead. But Morecombe really took charge in that second half, and even when Rochdale got the goal back, made it 3, so I thought, okay, here we go, they're all right now. But wasn't to be. They got another goal, Morecombe, and comfortable in the end, which is surprising, but very, very big result for York. They'll be really happy for that. Halifax getting that win as well keeps them in the race. It does feel like Forest Green are the team that could drop out of it, to be honest, as opposed to Southend. It's kind of 7th and 8th has sort of been Halifax, Southend for a while, and it's felt like if they're going to get in there, Halifax, it'll be over Southend. But all of a sudden, I'm thinking, looking at the former Southend compared to the former Forest Green, not that much difference in points either. I think if anyone's going to drop out in favour of Halifax, it'll be them. But yeah, Scunthorpe, Bournemouth, looking like they're all over the line. Very big win for Bournemouth this weekend as well. Carlisle looking good for 3rd. So playoffs taking shape. It is just that 6th down to about 8th, 9th, all still to play for. And relegation definitely taking shape. Morecombe, keep an eye on them though for sure. And that title race is really where the league is most competitive this season. One of them two will have to go through the playoffs on what will be an incredible points tally. One of them will have to go through the playoffs on plus 100 points, which is quite something in this division. But it's not the first time, like I've said before. But Rochdale both of them want to avoid that. Both of them are playoff defeats last season. I think that could be a very, very significant result, because up till this moment I'm still not sure which way I think this would go. It's honestly a flip of a coin, seeing as they play in that last game week. But I've always thought Rochdale would do it over the last sort of few months, the way it's been going. It does feel like that's the way it's been shaping up. All of a sudden now, though, it's almost looking like York are getting it, sort of taking control when it really mattered. I mean, that, like I say, that could be damaging for Rochdale at this stage. They're going to have to respond quickly. Game's coming thick and fast. They play again tomorrow, away at Hartlepool. Big game, that. Big game. Tough game it's going to be as well. You know, they're going to have to turn up for that one. They're going to have to respond quickly. I suppose it's a good thing, really. They've got another game quickly afterwards. Just if they can just get another win and just get going again, because that's what they need to do. Can't afford any more slip-ups now. So, very, very big result that. And to be honest, that's the last thing I expected to happen.